Despite the mixed opinions, The Last of Us 2 is still worth a try, but to play it on a Mac, you'll need to resort to some alternatives since there's no native version. I found 3 reliable ways, and I'll tell you about them in the next few minutes. If at any point you find yourself overwhelmed with all the information, there is a link to our site in the description where you will find a very structured article on how to play the game. One of the ways to play it is a cloud gaming service, and the other 2 let you download it and run it locally, so there's something for everyone. But before you choose which one you want, you'll have to buy the game. To help you, we'll leave links in the description to a few reputable shops where the price is reduced right now. The first method you can use is Boosteroid, the cheapest cloud gaming service that's actually any good. Especially in the case of a demanding game like The Last of Us, the fact you can run it with maxed out graphics on any Mac is not to be ignored. That's not to say the local methods aren't valid, but the truth is, you'll need at least an M2 Pro to get decent performance without resorting to the lowest settings. On the other hand, to play it with Boosteroid, you just need an okay internet. The main draw of cloud gaming is that your machine doesn't matter so long as you can supply it with around 30 megabits of stable internet. And if you've got a faster connection, you can crank up everything to max even in 4K, and you should be more than fine. All you have to do to start gaming is follow the link in the description, register for the service and buy a subscription, then search for the game and choose the version of the store you bought it from. It's all pretty easy, but we have a how-to tutorial if you need it, and an overview of the service if you want something more in-depth to make up your mind. Crossover is the go-to method in 2025 if you want to use your Mac's hardware. It will give you the ability to play anywhere you want without internet limitations and scales better with newer Macs. But you're not going to get anywhere near the graphical fidelity or performance you'll have with cloud solutions. This is especially true for a demanding game like The Last of Us. Even a high-end Apple Silicon machine will struggle to run it with high graphics. In other words, for anything below an M2 Pro with 16 gigs, I do not recommend this method. But for users with more powerful Macs, Crossover works just fine and you shouldn't encounter any serious bugs with this game. On the positive side, you can use mods for single-player games, and there's a 14-day free trial. To use Crossover, click the link in the description, enter your email, and download the app. Then, after you install Crossover, you must click the Try Now option for the 14-day trial. If you need a longer tutorial, visit our video on that. Generally, the experience with Crossover varies, so don't expect it to work great every time, and sometimes it requires extra setup or debugging. If this happens, check our site for the detailed instructions, or you'll have to research this on your own. Kegworks is currently the most popular replacement for Whisky since the latter got discontinued by its developer. Think of it as a DIY version of Crossover. It's free, but it's not as reliable or user-friendly. I personally prefer Crossover, but if you are on a tight budget, you can give Kegworks a go. For this game in particular, Kegworks gets the job done and lets you play it on a Mac, but you should still be prepared for occasional bugs while working with the tool. Performance-wise, it's also similar to Crossover, but with more jank and potential for things breaking down. As for the setup, you first need to install Homebrew, then Kegworks itself, then Steam, and then the actual game. The process takes a bit more time compared to the other methods here, and so is beyond the scope of this video. For detailed guidance on how to set up Kegworks, just click the respective video in the description and it will show you exactly what to do. So this brings us to the conclusion of today's video. Remember, for more detailed explanations of the methods to play this game on Mac, you can always check the video tutorials linked in the description. And if you are interested in exploring more popular gaming titles you can play on your Apple machine, you should check the videos that will now appear on your screen or simply browse through our channel. Also, in case you found this content helpful, we'd greatly appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to our channel. Take care and see you in the next one.